Thomas.
Hey, it's nice to finally meet you.
You too. It's been a little while since our initial call the other week. How have you been since then? How are you feeling now?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Struggling a bit, I guess.
Struggling, yes. I remember you saying you had a panic attack at work a few weeks ago.
Yeah, the other week at work, my bracelet got caught on something. It's my dad's bracelet. Yeah, it was the last physical thing I had of him.
Would you like to talk about your father? Sounds like he was a special person to you.
Yeah, he was special to me, and still is. You know, he had this coffee shop in town and everyone loved him. He was so charismatic and just magnetic, really. As a kid, I thought, he was my best friend, but you got into teenagehood and you think you're too cool to hang out with your parents, and the last thing I remember was him asking me if I wanted to go on a bike ride, and I said no, as most teenagers would. And then I woke up to my sister laying beside me, asking if I knew what had happened to Dad. I said no, I gotta go to school. She said, "Nah, you don't have to go to school today, Tommy." I think the trauma of his death just left my memories kind of scattered all over the place, but there are glimmers.
I'm sorry you had to experience death so young. It's painful and scary enough as it is for adults. For a child, it can be terribly disorientating. How old were you at the time?
I was about 12.
How do you feel your father's death affected you?
It's about 10 years ago now. I felt lost and alone, and I sort of shut down. I guess you could say I retreated into myself, but I was just so angry, and home was hard. I would get into fights with my siblings, and yeah, I guess that was just a way of me protecting myself.
Kept you safe. What were you protecting yourself from?
Everybody. I was angry he left me, and when he died I just had to listen to everyone's bullshit, fake niceness, false promises. I just felt like I couldn't trust anyone.
Did this feeling ever shift for you?
I guess I was always subconsciously searching for that male role model to guide me in life, but there were a few teachers and some work bosses, but no one really that clicked on that level, And when I was about 15, I discovered this chef, Anthony Bourdain, and I just felt this instant connection with him. Even though it was through a screen, when he was speaking, I felt like he was speaking to my soul. I became almost obsessed with him. I watched all his shows, I read all his books, interviews. died. Fucking hung himself just like my dad. And those losses sort of piggybacked each other, and I felt like I didn't really know what to do for a long time.
In my experience, Thomas, the only way to understand the pain you're feeling right now is to let yourself feel it. One day it'll be you that steps into the role that your father left. And with that responsibility, you'll have an opportunity to nurture someone the same way you were as a boy.